In other news, it seems the month of March will pass without the Constitutional Court ruling on President Yoon Suk Yeol's impeachment case. Now, the political stakes are higher than ever after opposition leader Lee Jae-myung was cleared in a criminal case, boosting his chances for a potential presidential run. Our Soo-young reports.
Suspense remains over President Yoon Suk Yeol's impeachment case as the Constitutional Court deliberates for more than a month. As of Friday, 31 days have passed since Yoon's final trial hearing was held, marking a record in terms of the time taken by the court compared to previous presidential impeachment cases, which took at most 14 days. As the judicial bench typically gives advance notice of at least 2 working days before a ruling, the court is now expected to issue its decision in April before 2 justices retire mid-month. With ambiguity over the when and what the verdict will be, there's growing tension brewing in political circles as Yoon's impeachment would spark an early presidential election within 2 months. The opposition party is pushing for Yoon's swift removal, as their party leader Lee Jae-myung is currently the pollsters' favourite among presidential hopefuls. On Wednesday, Lee was acquitted in one of his 5 criminal trials, overturning a ruling by a lower court last year that handed Lee a 1-year sentence and a 2-year suspension from office for violating the election law. This cleared a major hurdle to gaining his party's full endorsement for the race. The ruling People Power Party had been hoping for the opposite result, leading to cries of foul against the justice system. There's now even greater pressure directed at the Constitutional Court. The opposition is calling for Yoon's immediate impeachment, while the ruling party is demanding his return to power, as in the case of Prime Minister Han Duck-soo, whose impeachment case was dismissed on Monday. Public rallies also continue outside and around the court. Recent polls indicate that 51% of voters want a change of government, while 37% wish to maintain the current administration. Those for and against impeachment also recorded around 58% and 37% respectively, underscoring how closely contested the political environment remains. The survey shows equal 36% support for the ruling and opposition parties, with the PPP gaining 3 percentage points compared to the previous week. As the court's ruling stretches on, expectations for Yoon's impeachment was down by 6 percentage points from last week, while those expecting his return hit 39%.
Amid prolonged uncertainty, one thing remains clear. This will not merely be a constitutional decision, but a ruling that inevitably brings significant political ramifications. Soo-young, Arirang News.